How can the United States adopt a zero personal income tax? Spend less. Dramatically less, but constitutionally appropriate. Spend what the Constitution permits and no more. And even within those tight guidelines, spend wisely. What do I mean by wisely? Let the government spend only on the few things that it's constitutionally empowered to do that are solely government ability to do better than private. Private Social Security would do far better than the deficit-ridden, low-return Social Security system we have now. Private health care would return far more money than Medicare does now. Privatizing colleges. We don't need grants that come from taxpayers unwillingly to support things that might get supported very well if they are popularly supported and good, and might not get supported because only a few professors, a couple grad students, and a local congressman are behind it. Putting it within our power means privatizing. Government force is not our power. Government extracts money at almost anyone's unwillingness, okay? Nobody happily pays more taxes than they're demanded to. So, keep them low. Spend less. The only areas that government is permitted to spend on are defense, courts, and a few other small things, post office, patent bureau, that are constitutionally permitted. Limit our spending to only those things. I'll add one more. It's not yet constitutional. It might be wise, though, for environmental protection, because that is very difficult for individuals and even big organizations, private ones, to do the science and protect against groundwater contamination, air contamination. A government agency probably is worthy. I'd like to see a constitutional amendment that permits it, because right now we can't do it constitutionally. All right, with this little spending, where would the revenue come from? I believe we take in still 22%, which is not from personal income taxes. There are corporate income taxes. There are fees for mining. There are export import. We could continue the capital gains tax because it's very easy and efficient. I'd still whack that too. If you absolutely had to tax, you might tax personal income of non-citizens, especially if they're repatriating a lot of money outside the U.S. And as a deep default, taxing wealth. Not a lot, but it's very efficient to tax the property. Whoever's the owner, their property has a tiny extra tax to the feds. It's paying property taxes now on buildings, boats, cars. Easy to find, easy to tax. No IRS Form 1040s. Certainly no reams of opinions, no ERISA law, no H&R Block necessary except for corporations, okay? That's where accountants make most of their money now anyway, and with a corporate tax still in place, they'll still have a living. I don't recommend a whole swarms of people going into the profession of government tax accounting, but for those who are in the profession now, I don't think they'll see much of a diminution if they switch to corporate. And maybe they'll apply their skills to just plain smart spending and smart reduction of spending. That saves people far more money, if done well, than taxing and saving on taxes. All right, thanks for hearing me out. Something to consider.